Hello and welcome back to Shadows of Brimstone and the continuing adventures of Cade Gaunt and Running Bear. Just before we get into the next episode, which is the Frozen Expedition, made a bit of a cock-up last episode when we were in town. If you remember, Running Bear had been caught up with by a rival in the saloon who attempted to assassinate him. Running Bear managed to make his save, but unfortunately he used 3 dice when actually he should have only used 2 because he was concussed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo that now, and we're going to see if he can get that 5+ that he needs. So I've given him his grit back, because if you remember he did grit it in order to try and achieve it. So here we go, and he's going to try and get that 5+. Oh, there we go, a 6. And in fact, he keeps his grit. So, I'm glad I redid that. So, there we go. Assassination attempt saved again. Right, we'll get right into it. Just the setup for the Frozen Expedition. Again, Cade and Running Bear at the entrance of a mine. And, as you can see, there is a gateway to the Targa Plateau right in front of us. No messing around, a gateway is just opened in the entrance and we're going to get straight into the other world pretty much. First thing we're going to do though is we've got to mix up the exploration tokens. Hopefully not turning them over. Right, there we go. Now we've smooshed them. What I generally do is put them into 3s first. There we go. It's the last 3, and then what we'll do is put that one on there, then that one on there, and then that one on the top. So there we go. They've all been mixed up. And let's have a quick look at the actual expedition. So the setup is the mission starts with the mine entrance map tile leading directly to a gate end cap. Voila. All heroes start on the mine entrance map as normal. Voila. Mission goal. The heroes must find and collect 5 lost journal pages to get enough information to stop the creatures. Every clue icon found represents D3 lost journal pages in that room. So ideally we only need to find 2 clue tokens and get a 3 on each one. These are the journal pages icon, so hopefully we'll be finding them very soon. And once the encounters or attacks on the exploration token have been fully resolved, those lost journal pages are collected. The heroes must then get back to town to help stop the creatures. Wahaha! Special rules. All gates lead to Targa. So this will go directly to Targa. All gates in this adventure lead to the Targa Plateau. Even gates found within the Targa Plateau, they just lead to a different part of the city. Okay. Objectives. The final journal pages. When the heroes discover the clue icon with the last journal pages they need enough to give them at least 5 in total, then they have found the objective room where the original expedition had been attacked. Ignore any attacks or encounters listed on the final exploration token. Also ignore any door gate icons on the token, as the objective room has no exits, so it's very similar to the last one. Once we get to the final room, then we're going to reveal all the Growing Dread cards, hopefully not as many as last time, and we will face a high threat as there's only 2 of us. Once all enemies have been defeated, the heroes collect the final journal pages they need and must return to the town to help stop the creatures and complete the mission. Back to town. Once the heroes have collected enough lost journal pages, the adventure ends, but the mission continues. The heroes must travel back to town as they normally would between adventures. Once in town, before doing anything else, each hero must make a Law 5+ test. Oh dear. Oh no, well, Running Bear's law's quite good. Cade, he's unfortunately just a 2, but never mind. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And if we achieve that, we'll help stop the creatures, gain 10 XP for each 5+ rolled. For each hero that fails the test, one random building in town is destroyed before the creatures can be stopped. Reward, assuming that we do it, each hero gains 50 XP. They also get $250 if no buildings are destroyed. If it fails, then the heroes do not get back in time to save the town. It's overrun and destroyed by the creatures. The heroes may not visit a frontier town after the adventure and instead must proceed directly to the next adventure. Each hero also takes D3 corruption hits from the sight of the mangled remains of the town that they were unable to save. So we've got ourselves a real nice one. So that just continued the good rolling for the whole of the last adventure. But I'm confident we can do it. The boys are looking good, they're looking fit, and they look ready to go. What I'm going to try and do as well in this particular episode is I'm going to try and keep it to about 20 minutes. Just for ease of uploading, and keep my eye on the time, perhaps do a couple of rooms, and then just finish up and try and keep each episode to around 20-25 minutes. We'll see how successful I am as we go on. Right, so no time like the present, eh? So first of all, let's hold back the darkness. A 3, an amazing start. So there we go, we're up to 1 already. Right. As per usual, it'll be Cade to go first with his movement. And he starts with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is going to scavenge. I've decided that we're just going to go for it. We're going to try and scavenge everything. There are some bad cards in there, there are some good cards in there, but what the hell. So first we have to get a 6, which unfortunately we didn't do. So now we move on to Running Bear. Now fully recovered from his concussion, he gets a 2, but as we all know, he is fast, so he gets a 3. 1, 2, 3. And he is now going to try and scavenge. Oh, and he gets a 6, so we've got a scavenge card. So, as normal, let's get the deck out. See if we can avoid a Hideous Discovery or the Growing Dread scavenge card for a change. And get something nice. Let's just cut the cards. And we get a Hideous Discovery! But it doesn't matter, we're just going for it this time. We're going to carry on. Perhaps we can break a record for the amount of Hideous Discovery cards that we can get. So that's 10 XP. I don't think I mentioned last time, but we had 525 XP from the first adventure. It was showing just above the town card. We need 1,000 pretty much for us to both get up to level 2, 500 each. So if we can get another 500 XP, we'll be levelling up at the end of this particular mission. So take 3 horror hits and lose 2 sanity for each one that you fail. So he's going to do a willpower save. He needs 4+. And he saves 1. So that is 4 sanity hits. Great start. But never mind. Right, we'll take 4 sanity off the pegboard. And he has 6 left. Righty-ho. But, and, not to forget, put the old scavenge token down, so we know not to redo it. And we'll just shuffle the Hideous Discovery back in. there we go. Okay, so we shall now roll for holding back the darkness. A 5, and we get a darkness card. It appears we are back to rolling appallingly. So, the darkness deck, let's give it a good shuffle. See what delights await us. And we get Chill of the Grave. All undead enemies are now +1 initiative and +1 combat. And this remains in play. So I'll put it over there next to the exploration tokens. Fantastic. We're starting really well again. Woohoo! Right, Cade, come on. Let's get through that gate. And he rolls 2. 1, 2. And he can actually look through because he's still on the map entrance tile, and he's also on the gate. So very much like when you're looking into another room in the mine, you can actually peer through the gate and see what's on the other side. So, because we're peering through to the Targa Plateau, as per the Frozen Expedition, all gates will lead there, so we don't have to. You do have world cards. If it was just a normal, gate and not part of the mission, then you just select one of these. For example, swap to Jargono there, and that's how you would determine which other world you were going to. But as part of this mission, we are going to the Targa Plateau. So we need the Targa Plateau map deck rather than the mine map deck. So again, let's give this a bit of a shuffle. Cut that, and let's see what we get. We get the Ruined Lift. Right, I'll go and have a look for that. Won't be a moment. Bear with me, still looking. If I get the feeling it's going to be right on the bottom. Oh, come on. Ah, at last. Okay. Hurrah! Right, so which way does it go? It goes that way. So we'll put that over there, and we'll also dig out the other side of the gate. So there we go. Just put it off to one side like that. So essentially what Cade's doing here is that's what he can see. So it's peering through into the other world, and he can see the Ruined Lift. And that gets an exploration token. Now, Cade can't scavenge because of the exploration token, and also the previous tile's been scavenged and he explored by looking through. So it's now Running Bear's go. And he gets a 4, which is a 5 because he's fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, no, he's going to stop there, depending on the exploration token. Yes, that seems sensible. Right, because that's the end of everybody's movement, we get to flip the exploration token as normal. So, what we have here is one exit, the good old clue icon, so we can roll for some journal pages. But first we've got an encounter ×2. We do well on encounters, don't we? So anyway, we've got another 2 encounters, but what I will remember this time is obviously the special ability of Running Bear. If he doesn't like one of these encounters, we can kick it back and get another one. So let's just see what we get. So 2 encounters. Obviously We're in the Targa Plateau, so we will use the Targa Plateau encounters. Let's give them a good shuffle. Got them. We get 2. The first encounter is ice scarabs. Pouring up out of the cracks in the floor, hundreds of vicious ice scarabs attack. Every hero immediately takes 2d6. Their strength wounds with no defense as they try to fend off the attacking swarm. They also gain d6 plus times 10 XP. I've not read that right, have I? Hang on. Every hero immediately takes 2d6. Their strength wounds with no defense. Minus their strength. Ahaha! Right, so 2d6 minus a strength of 2 each. Oh god. You know what? That is nasty. If we rolled a 12, we'd both be knocked out straight off. Let's see what the other one is, but that might be the one to send back. And the next one is ancient writing. Inlaid into the stonework a series of glyphs. Some sort of ancient writing, perhaps? Law 6+. If successful, gain 25 XP and all heroes may draw a loot card as a panel in the wall slides open. If failed, touching the symbols seems to have provoked a response as the nearby pylons begin powering up. Attack! So we'd get 1 Targa pylon for 1 to 3 heroes. Well, that's not too bad. If we're going to get rid of one, it's going to be ice scarabs. And yeah, once per adventure, we're going to get rid of that, so I'm going to put it on the bottom, and we're going to have cracked ice instead. As you step onto the icy ground here, it cracks and groans under your weight. The ground here is unstable. Anytime you enter a space on this map tile, you must either spend an extra 2 spaces of move or roll a d6. On a roll of 1 or 2, your movement ends as the ground beneath you crumbles. Take d6 wounds with no defense as you fall through into the frigid water and the shards of ice below before pulling yourself back up. This has no effect on enemy movement. Remains in play. Well, we're stuck with that now, but I still think it's mildly better. Right, so let's see which one we're going to do first. Oh, actually, what we'll do first is we'll find out which the exit is. So let's roll that d6. There's 1 exit, so this will be the exit. 1. So the exit's going up. We'll give ourselves a bit of room by moving it down here. And let's block off the other 2. Move that up. Get that in. Let's get it in. Yeah, just about. Just about. Right. There we go. That's got cracked ice. And we need to get up here to get off this tile and the cracked ice. We do have 1 clue token though. So we will roll for how many journal pages we find after we've done these encounters. Right, the first thing we've got to do, well, we're going to spend an extra 2 spaces of move all the time, I think. Yes, because you must either spend an extra 2 paces of move or roll a d6. So we're not going to bother with the d6. It's early doors and we've already found a clue icon. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spend the extra 2 spaces of move, hopefully. The other, ancient writing, law 6+ check. I've got to choose, because that's what the single icon means there. I get to choose which one of them do it. But considering they've both got two, oh no, in fact, good old Running Bear with his 4 law. He looks like the man for the job. The Scout. The Scout's going to try and do the law 6+ test. So let's get 4 dice and see if we can avoid the Targa pylon powering up. 4 threes, horrendous. We're going to grit that because I really don't want the Targa pylon to kick off. So there's the grit, and come on. Yay! Gets a 6. So, having passed that, let's have a look what we get. 25 XP, and all heroes may draw a loot card. That's what we like. So 25 XP, and let's draw that loot card. Come on, something good. Need some luck. Right, Cade draws a Darkstone Shard, and Running Bear draws, yes, draw a, oh, it says draw a gear card, but it's an artifact if in another world. So another world, we're on both tiles, so obviously we're going to take the artifact. Excellent. So 1 Darkstone for Cade, and let's draw the artifact card, which will be a Targa Plateau artifact. We could do with something good, not something pants. Need something really good here. It'll help us with this mission. What comes out of the panel? A frozen isopod. This is what we're trying to save everybody from. But +1 law and +1 max grit. At the end of each adventure, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, the isopod thaws and wakes up attacking you. Discard and make a strength 5+ test. If failed, roll once on the injury table. Ooh, brilliant. But until the end of the adventure, it is +1 law and +1 max grit. We get to the end of the adventure, we can sell it for $300. So while it isn't a weapon or anything, you know, we'll just have to make sure that we can get past that strength 5+ test and then sell it as quickly as possible, and then it's somebody else's problem. But until then, it's +1 law and +1 max grit. There you are, Running Bear. Could have done with getting something a little bit better, but never mind. Right, that's the Ruin Lift card. Let's put that, discard that. And now we've done the encounters. I'll just put the put that there just to remind me. Now, before we start moving, with the obviously remembering the cracked ice that we've got to deal with, let's find out how many journal pages we can find. We get D3 journal pages. We need 5, so it'd be absolutely excellent if we rolled a 3 here. Do we think? Let us see. A 2! Well, it's better than a 1. And it still means we could still do it on the next clue icon if we roll a 3. So that's 2 journal pages. Dig them out here. Let's find one. I'm full of bloody, it's all lanterns and explosives. There's another journal page. So we've got 2 journal pages there. And Running Bear will look after those. Right, what I'll do is I'll roll for movement and we'll try and get across this tile, and then I think we'll call it a day. It's been about 20 minutes now, so see if we can just get to the edge of the tile ready to go into the next room. So first of all, it's Hold Back the Darkness. A 6. We're doing appalling. We'll need to quicken. We need to quicken up if we're going to fail every Hold Back the Darkness roll. Right, that's that. And Cade gets to move. A 3, so he only actually moves a 1. But by going slowly and carefully, he's not going to fall through the cracked ice. Now, Running Bear. A 6, which is a 7 because of his fast. Take 2 off is 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, because we're taking 2 off the movement, the cracked ice isn't going to give way. Right, so that's the movement. Are they going to scavenge? Of course they're going to scavenge. We want more hideous discoveries. Okay, they'll scavenge. 2 6s, 2 scavenge cards. Twice the chance for hideous discoveries. Come on. Something decent, Cade. Nothing here. Well, things are getting better. We're not finding anything now, but it's still 10 XP. And the second scavenge card is Emerging Darkness. Draw a darkness card. Yay! Well, I'm still going to carry on scavenging. Sod it. Right, let's draw another darkness card. And we get Terror from Beyond, Darkness, Attack, Unspeakable Evil lurks in the shadows that lay beyond the lighted gate, Ambush Attack, One Night Terror. Dun dun dun! No! Right. You know, it's almost as if it knows, baby, how to end on an absolute cliffhanger. So let's get a Night Terror. Dun, dun, dun. He's an ugly little spud, isn't he? Right, he'll go right behind because it's an ambush. So let's Cade. Just put those back in there. There we go. This has got to be the worst crime fighting duo since Abbott and Costello, as far as monster hunting goes. Right. Right. He will get his quick draw. And let's dig out the... We'll dig out the Night Terror card. I don't think we've had one of these before. And they're a demon. They're large. Their initiative is 3. Terror. A hero starting their activation on the same map tile automatically takes 2 horror hits. So as soon as Cade activates, next round I don't think it works for quick draw. Quick draw's a bit of a special case. But as soon as he activates next turn, then he will take that, and the same for Running Bear. Move is 5, escape is a 3+, no range attack, melee 5+, combat 4, but if they hit you, it's 4 damage. They've got 3 defense and a health of 12, I think I'll certainly be using some of my Deadeye Dick bullets here. So this is a bit nasty, but we're gonna have to do our best and see if we can't like finish it off, and finish it off quite quickly. So what I'll do is I'll do the quick draw attack, because otherwise I'll probably forget, and then we're ready next turn for holding back the darkness and properly getting into the fight against the Night Terror. I'll pop that up there where I can see it. And quick draw. Come on, Cade. We could do with these guys doing a pair of sixes again. And he gets 1 6 and 1 3. That's 2 hits. The 3's a normal hit. 3 plus at range, but 6. 6. Oh yes, you better believe it. A 6 is a critical hit. There's nothing on the Night Terror thing to say that mitigates against that. So first thing we're going to roll with no defence, so we won't get 3 defence against the critical. Need to get as many as we can on this. A 1 would be very poor. 3! No! But what we're going to do, as that is a critical, and we're already over the defence, we're going to put the extra 2 damage on, so we're going to make that a 5. That's going to be 5 damage, and that's a good start. So 5 wounds on the big blue guy. Excellent. Right. Oh, if you're wondering why I automatically had the Night Terror attack Cade, the reason for that is they do try and get behind the heroes, and he's the furthest away hero. I suppose I could have rolled for whether he was going to attack Running Bear, but the way I looked at it was the Night Terror, he'd want to get behind both of them, and that's the best way to get behind both of them and attack. So he attacked Cade. So Cade put 5 wounds on him, but he's still got his normal attack. And he gets a 5. So take 3 defence off that. It's still 2 going through. So the quick draw has actually done very, very well. Just another quick check at the card. As you can see, it's got a 10 plus 5 each. So each one of those 7 hits we get 5 experience for. So that's 7 times 5, 35 experience. So we'll put that in the socialist pot. There we go. Right. What we'll do then is we'll leave that here. We'll carry on with the fight against the Night Terror in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching. Any comments, anything you think I'm doing wrong, by all means put a comment. Thanks for all the subscriptions and the views, and I will catch you next time.